Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
जय श्री कृष्ण हरि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्री राधे गुरुकानंद भगवान की जय।
जय।
हरे कृष्णा एवरीवन।
हरे कृष्णा एवरीवन।
हरे कृष्णा everyone. हरे कृष्णा रवि, हरे कृष्णा तरुण।
हरे कृष्णा गजेंद्र।
Right. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the nice long break.
Yeah.
And we still remember few things about Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So, all right. So, we are on Canto 3, as we know. Yeah. Canto 3 about the status quo, where we saw the Vartalap, Vidur, Mahatma Vidur and Maitreya Munis, right? इनके बीच में जो वार्तालाप चल रहा है. And now, basically, Lord Brahmaji got manifested, right? नाभि से कमल के फूल पर ब्रह्मा जी का अवतार हुआ है. And then we saw like Brahma ji tapasya कर रहे हैं because he tried to go around and he went into the stem till the Nabi, but he did not realize who is he and why he is there. And then Brahma ji does tapasya for millions of years. And then Supreme Lord appears. Yeah. So इस वक्त ब्रह्मा जी विराट स्वरूप और सुप्रीम कोर्ट श्री कृष्णा के दर्शन कर रहे हैं और स्तुति कर रहे हैं. तो गोविंद भगवान की जो स्तुति कर रहे हैं, and more than stuti is praying there, and that's what we are reading at this point in time, and that's what Maitreya Muni is telling to Mahatma Vidur. Yeah, so that is what we are in Canto 3. As you can see, Vidur talks with Maitreya, and we saw all that, and we read chapter 8, manifestation of Brahma from Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Yeah, and now we are on chapter 9, Brahma's prayers for creative energy. So that's where we are. And we had read a couple of shloks. We had read 2 shloks, and then we are on shlok number 3. Yeah. So in shlok 1, essentially, Brahmaji is saying, "Oh my Lord, today after many, many years of penance, right? Millions of years ki tapasya ke baad mein, I have come to know about you." Yeah. I mean, in this world, everyone just wants to know the Lord, or they declare themselves to be the Lord. But Lord Brahma himself is saying that after so many years of tapasya, he has come to know the Supreme Lord. Yeah. So that's what Brahmaji is saying. And then in the next shlok, Brahmaji is saying is, the form which I see is eternally freed from material contamination. जो इस वक्त ब्रह्मा जी जो दर्शन कर रहे हैं भगवान का, is totally free from material contamination and has advantage to show mercy to the devotees as manifestation of internal potency. So we know internal potency, external potency, and marginal potency, right? We have talked about that. What जो ब्रह्मा जी को जो दर्शन हो रहा है, and he's thinking like Lord himself has advantage. Why? To show the mercy to the devotees. Devotees जो भगवान की तपस्या कर रहे हैं, right? जो भगवान की भक्ति कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए भगवान दर्शन दे रहे हैं. एंड ब्रह्मा जी समझ रहे हैं कि दिस incarnation of Lord Sri Vishnu, Lord Sri Krishna is the origin of many other incarnations. Yeah. So that is the shlok number 2. So now we'll start with shlok 3. And Brahmaji continues to do the prayers. So start Rasiksham Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna पढ़ेंगे आप?
नातः परम परम यद्भवतः स्वरूप आनंद मात्र विकल्प विद्धि वर्षः पश्यामि विश्वसृजम् एकं विश्वम् आत्मनः भूतेन्द्रियात्मकं तस्थः अस्मि. Translation. Oh my Lord, I do not see a form superior to your present form of eternal bliss and knowledge. In your impersonal Brahman effulgence, in the spiritual sky, there is no occasional change and no deterioration of eternal potency. I surrender unto you because whereas I am proud of my material body and senses, your Lordship is the cause of the cosmic manifestation, and yet you are untouched by matter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So much is being mentioned in this shlok by Lord Brahma. Yeah. He says, I do not see a form superior to your present form of eternal bliss and knowledge. Yeah. Natah param param yat bhavatah swarupam. Yeah. And then he says, but in your impersonal Brahma effulgence, in the spiritual sky, there is no change, no deterioration of internal potency. Yeah. And I surrender unto you because I am proud of my material body and senses. Who is saying this? Who is saying this? I surrender unto you. Who is saying this?
Brahmaji.
Brahmaji. Yeah, Lord Brahma himself is saying that I surrender unto you because whereas I am proud of my material body and senses, because Lord Brahmaji is the ultimate creator, right, in this universe, your Lordship is the cause of the cosmic manifestation, and yet you are untouched by matter. Yeah. So says Pashyami Vishwa Srijam Ekam Vishwamatmanam. Yeah. And he is proud Bhutendriyatma Kadastu. But still he surrenders. Upashito Asmi. Upashito Asmi is I surrender unto you. So that's what Lord Brahmaji is saying in the prayers. And let's read this purport. Really beautiful. Swam, you'll try this?
As stated in Bhagavad Gita 18.55, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati Yavan Yas Sasmi Tattva. The Supreme Personality of Godhead can be only partially known and only be process of devotional service to the Lord. Lord Brahma became aware that the Supreme Lord Krishna has many, many eternal blissful forms of knowledge. He has described such expansion of the Lord Govinda in his Brahma Samhita 5.33 as follows: Advaitam Akyutam Anadim Ananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purasam Nava Yavanam Savedusu Durablam Adurlabam Atma Bhaktao Govindam Adi Purusan Tam Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is non-dual and infallible. He is original cause of all causes, even though he expands in many forms. Although he is the older personality, he is ever youthful, unaffected by old age. The Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be known by the academic wisdom of the Vedas. One has to approach the devotee of the Lord to understand him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sohan. And very important prayer in this Lord Brahma Samhita, right? We read this and it says, right? Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam. Yeah, non-dual, infallible, original cause of all the causes. And he's the oldest personality, is still ever youthful, unaffected by old age. Yeah. Adhyam Purana Purusham. Now, Yonam Cha. But the most important line of this shlok by Lord Brahmaji himself is Vedeshu Durbhalam. What does that mean? Right? Cannot, the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be known by the academic wisdom of the Vedas. So we can read all the Vedas, Purans, speculate, right? Try to understand, but the God cannot be known by the academic wisdom of the Vedas. That's what Brahmaji is saying, Vedeshu Durlabham. But he's also saying that Adurlabham Atma Bhakta, right? One has to approach the devotee of the Lord to understand him, right? So with the devotion, you can understand the Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami, and that's what is being explained here. Ajay, read.
The only way to understand the Lord as he is by devotional service to the Lord, or by approaching the devotee of the Lord who always has the Lord in his heart. By devotional perfection, one can understand that the impersonal Brahma Jyoti is only a partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, and that the three Purush expansion in the material creation are his plenary portions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Tarun?
In the spiritual sky of the Brahma Jyoti, there is no change of various kalpas or millenniums, and there are no creative activities in the Vaikuntha worlds. The influence of time is conscious by its absence. The rays of the transcendental body of the Lord, the unlimited Brahma Jyoti, are undeterred by the influence of material energy. It is a material world also. In the material world also, the initial creator is the Lord himself. He brings about the creation of Brahma, who becomes the subsequent creator empowered by the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right, so in the spiritual sky, there is no concept of time. Yeah. Nisha?
तद्वा इदं भुवनमङ्गलाय ध्याने स्मनो दर्शितं त उपासकानां तस्मै नमो भगवते अनुविधेम तुभ्यं योनादृतो नरकभाग्निभिरप्रसङ्गे. This present form or any transcendental form expanded by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is equally auspicious for all the universes. Since you have manifested this eternal personal form upon whom your devotees meditate, I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Those who are destined to be dispatched to the path of hell neglect your personal form because of speculating on material topics. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. So the important part in this sloka is You have manifested this eternal personal form upon whom your devotees meditate. Yeah, like the Sham Sundar form. Dhyane Shmano Darshitam Te Upasakana. Again, beautiful purport. I think let's read. So,
Regarding the personal and impersonal features of the Supreme Absolute Truth, the personal forms exhibited by the Lord in the different plenary expansions are all for the benediction of all the universes. The personal form of the Lord is also worshipped in meditation as Supersoul, Paramatma, but the impersonal Paramajyoti is not worshipped. Persons who are, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 12.5, impersonalists simply waste their time in mundane mental speculation because they are addicted to more to false arguments than to reality. Therefore, the association of the impersonalists is condemned herewith by Brahma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right? So essentially saying is impersonalists simply waste their time in mundane mental speculation. There's no point in wasting time. Yeah. Sachin?
All the plenary expansions of the personality of Godhead are equally potent, as confirmed in the Brahma Samhita 5.46. Diparachir eva hi dasantaram abhyupetaya dipayate vivarta hetu samana dharma yasa tadruva eva hi cha vishnutaya vibhati govindam adipurusham tam ami aham bhajami. The Lord expands himself as the flames of a fire expand one after another. Although the original flame or Sri Krishna is accepted as Govinda, the Supreme Person, all other expansions such as Rama, Narsimha, Varaha are as potent as the original Lord. As such expanded forms are transcendental, in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is made clear that the Supreme Truth is eternally uncontaminated by material touch. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right? So all the expansions are as potent as the original Lord. Yeah. That's the key message in this purport. Rinaji?
ये तु त्वदीयचरणाम्बुज कोशगन्धं जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरे श्रुतिवात नीतं भक्त्या गृहीतचरणः परया च तेषां नापैषिनाथ हृदयाम्बुरुहात्स्व पुंसाम्. O my Lord, persons who smell the aroma of your lotus feet, carried by the air of Vedic sound through the holes of the ears, accept your devotional service. For them, you are never separated from the lotus of their hearts. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So very nice. Bhaktya grihata charana puryacha tesham. Yeah. So this Tarun.
For the pure devotee of the Lord, there is nothing beyond the lotus feet of the Lord. The Lord knows that such devotees do not wish anything more than Lord, more than that. The word "tu" specifically establishes fact. The Lord also does not wish to be separated from the lotus hearts of those pure devotees. This is a transcendental relationship between the pure devotees and the personality of Godhead. Because the Lord does not wish to separate himself and the hearts of such pure devotees, it is understood that they are specifically dearer than the impersonalists. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So like it's a reciprocate, right? Relationship. Transcendental relationship between the pure devotee and the personality of Godhead. Yeah. Nisha?
The relationship of the pure devotees with the Lord develops because of devotional service to the Lord on the authentic basis of the Vedic authority. Such pure devotees are not mundane sentimentalists, but are factually realists because their activities are supported by the Vedic authorities who have given oral reception to the facts mentioned in the Vedic literatures. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So,
The word paraya is very significant. Paraya bhakti or spontaneous love of God is the basis of intimate relationship with the Lord. The highest state of relationship with the Lord can be attained simply by hearing about Him. His name, form, quality, etc. from authentic sources like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, recited by pure unalloyed devotees of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Where do we hear the name of the Lord? Right? This highest stage of relationship. There cannot be any other relationships, right? Better than the transcendental relationship with the Lord, right? And how do we attain that? By hearing about Him, His name, form, quality, and which are the authentic sources are the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, as we understand. Yeah, Ajay.
तावद्वयं द्रविण देह सुहिन्निमित्तं शोक स्पृहा परिभवो विपुलक्ष लोभः तावन्ममेत सद्वग्रह अर्तिमूलम यावन्न ते प्रेम भयम प्रवृणीत लोकः. O my Lord, the people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties. They are always afraid. They always try to protect wealth, body, and friends. They are filled with lamentation and unlawful desires and paraphernalia, and they avariciously base their undertakings on the perishable conceptions of my and mine. As long as they do not take shelter of your safe lotus feet, they are full of such anxieties. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, and this is something we all know, right? We all know that in this world, we are embarrassed by all kind of material anxieties. Yeah, we all try to protect some kind of wealth, our body, friends, all that, right? It says shoka hai, spriha paribhavo, vipulaksha lobha hai, right? And dravina deha. So we all try to protect all those things, but as long as we do not take the shelter of the lotus feet, those anxieties are always there, is what Lord Brahmaji is himself mentioning. Now, how that should be done, I think it's pretty interesting purport right here. Rinaji, padenge?
You ask me, Bhaiya?
Yeah.
Okay. A pure devotee may be attracted to accumulating wealth just like an ordinary man. But the difference is that a devotee acquires money for the service of the Lord, whereas the ordinary man acquires money for his sense enjoyment. Thus, the acquisition of wealth by a devotee is not a source of anxieties, as is the case for a worldly man. And because a pure devotee accepts everything in the sense of serving the Lord, the poisonous teeth of accumulation of wealth are extracted. If a snake has its poison removed and bites a man, there is no fatal effect. Similarly, wealth accumulated in the cause of the Lord has no poisonous teeth, and the effect is not fatal. A pure devotee is never entangled in material worldly affairs, even though he may remain in the world like an ordinary man. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so beautifully explained. Sachin?
दैवेन ते हतधियो भवतः प्रसंगा सर्वाशु भूषमना विमुखेन्द्रिया ये कुर्वन्ति काम सुखलेश वलाय दिना लोभाभितु मनसो akushalani shashwata. O my Lord, persons who are bereft of all the all auspicious performance of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activities are certainly unfortunate and are also bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoying sense gratification for a very little while. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we are going to pause here and we will start tomorrow from this place. Since we are reading Brahmaji's prayer, I think it'll be good to hear the Brahma Samhita, right? So we'll hear next 4 days, whatever remaining time, we'll try to hear the Brahma Samhita. And and just for everyone, I think today is our 151 satsang session, 151. So we already completed 150th session so far, and today is 151st. So really, that's really great. Thank you so much, everyone, coming together. You know, it's always wonderful. And slowly, you know, there are 18,000 shloks, but we'll get there, yeah? So as we are already on Canto 3. So let's hear Brahma Samhita and then we'll see you tomorrow. Okay?
श्री ब्रह्म संहिता। ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम चिंतामणि प्रकर सत्म सुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभेर विपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मी सहस्रशत संभ्रम सेव्यमानम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुष